And there's a lot of things in storage. Let me say something about my mother. She is a wonderful, wonderful woman. They did her job. At one point in my life, when she left, I didn't want to hear nothing from no one. Didn't want to be bothered. I had to settle on my own. Didn't want nobody. I took it to the heart when she left. Wasn't nothing that nothing can do. Instead of me taking it out on her, I did take it out on myself too. Well, I was mad at everyone, not everyone, because everyone didn't have nothing to do. I was mad at certain people that I wanted to get my hands on for what I went through, for all the threats, for me going to the hospital, what these foods did to my mother many years. I was so mad about that, dude. And when I seen them, I did my due diligence because I didn't care. At times I still had that point that I don't give a damn. Because nothing couldn't bring my mother back. I was so pissed. I had a right to be pissed. I was absent. More to this lesson. Try to stay out. Because when people need you, I was so mad my mother needed me. I tried my best. This lesson is don't get in trouble with no one. I had to learn a valuable lesson. see, I'm just letting off on my part. So working has success. I had to stop taking it out on him because I took a whole lot. But I understand some things that I have to understand. I'm proud of my nieces, my nephew. They seen the worst part. That's how far I'm gonna go with it. It bothered me a whole lot. Still to this day, it bothers me because I understand what they had to see. From my mother and oh Lord, and to my grandmother. The last time I talked to my grandmother, I heard it in her voice. You talking about breaking down after hanging up the phone. I went through a whole lot of stuff when I lost my grandmother too. I went to her funeral to make it up for my mother. Apologized, but it wasn't accepted enough to anybody else. Or what I done, but it was accepted to me because it was more important. It was kind of smooth with my grandmother somewhat. But my mother, it hunted me. It hunted me so much, and the system didn't care. And other stuff I'm not going to get into with family. But here's one thing my nieces and nephew, I got through with the letters. Even though this was the hardest task, I love my nieces and nephews. I understand what they went through. someone see the worst, you have to understand. I understand. I have to understand that my nieces and nephews have to grow up so fast. They're crawling on the bed, they're hugging on it. I know they was hugging all on her when she left, when we took her out. I didn't have to be told these things. I knew my gut feeling. The last time I talked to my mother and I told her, and ain't gonna go through all that. She told me that they had to have on the whole armor of David. When you're going up against some evil spirits, God gets you through everything, no matter if it's hurt with family, no matter what all the secrets and that. God gets you through everything. Because I also was praying for my nieces and nephews, his safety, things that no one knew about, all the threats. And I really did some things to the officer, as he called himself, Robert Velasquez. It felt it so good because I was trying to end his life. He threatened me, threatened mine. I waited. That's with anybody. It got on my nerves, especially about my mom. No one calls my mama any slave agent. No one talks about my mama. Not even family members not allowed to disrespect her. I did some things that I'm proud of, and I will go to bat for. Yes, I believe the officer. I really did. Especially for all the threats. I really did. No one wasn't there with me but me. Right in front of the fish bowl, everything. didn't give a damn. Then I eased myself up to the room. All I see is people taking off his shirts as he was leaking back from the back to the front. This is a true story. Brother wasn't there. No one wasn't there with me. So I can say this. Yes, I'll do it to an officer too. There's a discipline when you talk about family members get a love ass with them. Other people get the job of them because with my mother is a must that I handle you when you disrespect. Some things I hated what I had to do, but it was a mandatory of life that respect remains. Mama, don't no one disrespect you. I'll go up against King Kong. If it was in my way, yeah, I'll take on the whole police station if it cost me my life. I'll take on anybody that disrespects my mother. The reason why I'm saying this lesson is to stay out. I will go against anybody who disrespect my father. My mother is a difficult task. Even with the other people that I lost, and don't nobody disrespect my grandmother. Even I had to realize, calm down. My mama's okay. Can't bring nothing back out of this lesson and going towards controlled substances and not the things. Just sharing my testimony, what I as my testimony is I do have the scars. I do have the dreams that I'm so glad it's being wiped away. They come back every now and then. Uh, it still don't trip my mind no more. So the thing is, do you not tell no one about someone that you're reliable for messing your head up? But out of this lesson, there's blessings to be counted because there's no more going back and forth. As a black person, youth, the casket is not the place to be. Jailhouse is not the place to be. Trust me, I've been there to the graveyard plenty of times. You see a light before your eyes. Yeah, there be times that I don't want to be here because of the mess that goes on. You get sick of it. And then you have to realize when it's others that care and love. You have those who don't care and love. You have the ones who do. And it affects the ones that do love and care. And I respect the ones that do love and care, not the ones who don't. There's a lesson to be learned. Never walk away from pain. You help through the pain because if you don't help in selfishness, here's one thing a selfish person never realizes. You done lost everything, your blessings, because you sold into the world. It only takes a minute out of time to stop and show that you have feelings and care. If you lose relationship, that's another sin. But a loving relationship. There's a bunch of things that, forbidden to do. There's one thing that's not in me, will never be. I'll never walk away from somebody else's pain. I will reach out to help them, that if you don't reach out to help them, it's too late. And you probably run trips and apologies and then get lying. So the more to this on my part, I had to let this pain out. I had to let it go. And if it makes anyone mad, I really don't care. If it makes anyone happy and glad, I love you for support. Because I can't look back at the wayside. I had to keep going forward. It's not what I want, it's not what nobody wants, because I'm glad that I don't get what I want. I'm glad. I'd rather be broke and without anything before I get what I want. You have to realize one thing, everybody ain't the king on top of it. Because when you're doing wrong, eventually you can lose a lot of things. When you're doing right, you gain more. And here's the thing, the truth will always break through all the lies. This is a lesson. And also to have an understanding. I have my nieces and nephews back because I understand something that I truly do. I truly do. And I really had to calm down about it. As they say, news travel fast. Just say this. There was people tearing up the streets. That no one don't know nothing about. And that's a real factor. Ain't nothing being said about that. But you know the limitations. And here's another thing on my baby nephew. My baby nephew, KJ. things that I would like to do to this young man's father. That's the reason why my auntie's prayers, yeah. I think about my nephew. I don't say nothing. I think about him sight. I wish he was here to see his uncle. The more to this lesson is get people need to get straight. Anything can happen at any time. You can't keep doing wrong and expect for it to be right. And if someone goes down with you, that's a respect of a lifetime. I see it that way. If I'm wrong for seeing it that way, then let it be. If I'm not, then let it be. I still follow that. You treat one another right, no matter the situation, because ain't no one better than the next. If a person don't get that, that's on them, and I don't care. Because in the point of the lifetime, you gotta make a right step. Eventually, you gotta close the door to the pain and everyone else that's with it that ain't rocking right to order to live life. This is just a good little something that's had to get off like a poem. Because holding in too much longer is going to eventually explode. Be there for those who's in pain. Don't be there for money or because you're in a relationship. You have to really mean that you care. Because when you just fake crying, some people believe a fake cry. If you have motherfuckers like me that'll see through the bull crap, don't say nothing. No. Because if you just missed out on blessings, when you help in the name of God, your blessings are counted. Well, amen, assalamu alaikum, alhamdulillah, all that. God. To all the ancestors that's living, the ancestors in heaven, generations of our ancestors. Yes.